reconnection successful. I might be back. Hello? Hello, hello, hello. Calling out into the void here. Seems like OBS is trying to tell me that it's the end of our evening already. Don't know what's going on there. Yeah, you nailed it on the head, Colgate. OBS did indeed die. Seems like we're back now, as far as I can tell. Come on, OBS, just hold on a little bit longer. We're pretty much at the end of our evening. We're already... Ooh, we don't even need the Ring of Intelligence necessarily anymore, so that's nice. You're not resistant to electricity, right? Oh, you are. That's why it's not doing anything. Yay. Are you resistant to poison, though? Answer is also yes, in case you were wondering. But that's fine. We'll just go on a merry little chase around the entire arena here. Again, I'm kind of assuming I'm back. Even if I'm not, I'll probably walk out of this situation before finishing off for the evening. You know, my stream manager, I just realized, isn't sure what state we're in. Huh. It's a bit of a weird one. I don't really know what to make of this one way or another, but Tentacled Monstrosity is unfortunately a bit much for us here. Do I have anything that could deal with you? Like reaching in with Divine Exegesis to grab out some powerful thing, maybe? MCC is still quite a ways off. But maybe that's the next avenue for us here. Unarmed combat on the back burner with a focus on air magic and getting MCC up and running for just such an occasion. Maybe. But okie dokie. Do I take OBS as a sign, as a message? I'll also attempt to go into Snake one more time to see how we fare there. I guess no matter what, I'm gonna have to do some awkward stitching on these clips since this counts as starting a new stream. That's something that always bugged me about when OBS dies and reconnects, is you end up with these strange little like 1-2 minute streams. At least I normally do, because it usually happens at the start. Don't know why it waited until the moment of truth here, but hey, it is what it is. Let us, though, head over to Snake real quick. Snake 2 is still a safe zone. Dad for Little, what did I say about Conjure Ball Lightning? That I really like it in general. I think that it's a lot of fun, and I love the chaos of it. Cat-wise, I'm a little less gung-ho, just because even with resistance to electricity, we don't have the health pool to really survive too many blasts. And so, I mean, it's our kind of flagship for now. It's the only thing that has enough punch to it to really do any good work for us here. So in that regard, I mean, I'm not complaining, and I will probably be continuing to use it in the near future here, but it may be something that we can't rely on too much moving forward. Just because, yeah, it makes a lot of noise, and boy does it hurt. But still very cool and very grateful for it getting us through these kind of rougher patches where we are kind of struggling, to say the least. Let's definitely get the heck out of Dodge to fully heal up before rejoining the Land of the Doomed here. Okie dokie. Feel like we're back to at least being in a spot where we can make some kind of forward progress, so that alone is worth its weight in gold. And I definitely want to blast off a few of these at this crowd. Go ham. Go, my children. Go find them, slay them all. Yes, my sweet beauties. Yeah, I'm definitely slowly but surely becoming a super villain thanks to these, but it's great. It's mana efficient as it is AoE and does good damage, and against enemies that are not Arlek. Against Arlek enemies, it is pretty bad. Oh yeah, as we saw against the Tentacled Monstrosity, right? It unfortunately just didn't quite have the staying power for that son of a gun, but again, can't really complain too much at the end of the day when it's the main thing that's keeping us chugging along here. It at least does enough damage to do the Lord's good work for us, especially against Snake, where we can generally just walk away. That seems nice. And get absolutely blasted, my friend. One more should do the trick. Beautiful. Oh, except I see. More friends. You like the noise part as it can attract enemies to stare dance, and it is really good for stare dancing. Fair enough. Yeah, you get the opportunity to heal up from the superficial damage that it does deal to you through your Arlek. I can respect that for sure. Yeah, a little less nice for it to be making this much noise when I'm largely... Oh no. That could have gone very badly. Very poorly indeed, but hey. No stress on my back. We just luck out with the rolls and don't take nearly as much damage as we deserve to. Love to see it. Fantastic even. But okie dokes, let's... Yeah, maybe finish off this floor here, and then we'll think about finishing off for the evening. Like Green Storm and casting CBL. See, I'd be very kind of interested to combo Conjure Ball Lightning with something like Quaslol, where you're just making all the noise in the world and blasting everyone to the nth degree. That sounds like a lot of fun to me. Such brave Streamercon. You know, we try our best here. We do our best. Oh my gosh. Why so many salamanders though? Get out of here. Ah, stop it. No. No more salamanders. Jeez Louise. Well, I guess one more salamander. We'll murder you real quick. Do the Lord's work here as much as we possibly can. Get absolutely blasted. Beautiful. And again, it definitely gave us the little bit we needed. Quaslol Noise got nerfed a while back. Oh, really? That's interesting. That was like the whole thing, the whole point of Quaslol in my mind. Or Cloud Voice, you guess, and Quaz is more silent as a result. Yeah, Cloud Noise got reduced. Interesting. I guess that makes Quaslol better, right? Because that was always the one thing, is that Quaslol I always likened to being the snowball deity, where when things were good, they were good, and you're just constantly fighting everything in one fell swoop, making all the noise in the world and loving it. But that's no longer quite as much of a consideration. Oh. Could have ended poorly for us there. Whoops, whoops. Quaz is pretty good now. I could see that, yeah. Less reliant on the snowball thing, at the very least. And just more generally good, I should kind of clarify. Because, yeah, I always loved Quaslol and thought they were really good, but it was with the caveat that, unfortunately, if you were not that strong of a character, you were probably boned. But with that part being removed, then that's very interesting. And I'd definitely like to try out Quaz again sometime soon then. Again, not on a cat. It's a bit much. I feel like Quaslol has a bit of a bad rap for this series because one of our previous Quaslol characters died in... At least I think they ended up dying in the Salt area, the Desolation of Salt. because having your clouds dispersed, turns out, sucks as a Quaslaw follower. Kind of ruins the entire point. Noise is still a relevant downside, but it's not as bad as it used to be. Yeah, that's super interesting. I always thought it was a totally worthy downside, and I would still happily go Quaslaw many a time. I actually think Quaslaw was my first victory in the game. It could have been with like a Berserker before that, but I know one of, if not the first victory I ever achieved in DCSS was with a Gargoyle Fighter of Quaz, and just steamrolled through everything. No problems whatsoever. I think more important buff was Air Elemental buff that made Quaz good than lesser noise. Oh, that's interesting. So just Air Elemental just got stronger, and so by extension, whenever you summon them in with Quaz, it's a bit more tenable. That's pretty sweet. Let's get the heck out of dodge. Nice little bit of change to deal to those sons of guns, and then we'll rinse and repeat. Ooh, definitely wait until we actually get Stormform up and running, even though it might be gone by the time we actually face off. Perfect. Go fly, my pretties, fly. Yeah, we're definitely the baddies, but boy does it feel good to be bad. Scroll Fog solves pretty much anything with Quaslaw. Does it though? Because if you already have too many clouds in the area, Fog does nothing. If you put up fog clouds, I guess then you're not making as much noise, which is kind of nice. But it's going to be hard to cover all your bases and fill the entire zone, right? At least I would imagine. But you know, let's just keep sending in balls of lightning at our new friends here. This is my life now, and we are here for it. Oh, there we go. We finally failed. Oh, because fog clouds turn into air elementals. That makes sense. You know, when you put it that way. I thought you were talking about, like, not worrying about noise causing too many issues because at least enemies can't see you unless they're close enough for you to murder, but that is definitely a good point. Oh, Pyroclastic Surge and all this, that is too much damage, even with 1 pip of fire resistance. I mean, it's at least, we're not one shot. But man, do I hate this buddy. That's 36 damage each. Paralyze on all enemies. They can't see you because they're paralyzed. Fair enough. This is true. 17% chance to paralyze you, speak of the devil. And again, they got nerfed with the alternative items, because you might not get Scroll Fog. Definitely a factor. And let's hope that that pretty much solves our problems. Close. There we go. Second time's the charm. Still a few of these sons of guns wandering the level. So we get the devil. Do these swap places with me? They must, right? So, oh, that does kill the tyrant. Okay. Heck yeah. Well, that solves my problems, even though it was way closer than I would have liked. I'll take it. Imagine getting butterflies instead of air elementals. No, I'm still in the honeymoon period of some butterflies, because it's just nice to have them back, you know? Even if it has to replace Scroll Fog, I just like to see them. I think Colgate, I believe you started playing after they already removed Summon Butterflies as a spell, correct? Because that's what it was all about back in the day. It was one of the strongest, it was level 1 summoning, and it was just the be-all end-all for, like, getting rid of things that throw damnation, not smite damnation, but any throwing it was awesome. You just could constantly put bodies in the way. Pretty much any character. It was a level 1 summoner, so why not learn how to summon butterflies? So it kind of makes sense why they ended up removing it from the game. No, exactly, Railbird. Yeah, very much overpowered, that one. But okie dokie. It's hard to tell exactly how long we've been around today, but this might be where we call it for the evening. Butterflies had the highest evasion in the game. Yeah, so they were good body blockers, and you could just put up as many of them as you want between you and your foes, or at least keep putting them up as you ran away. Pretty sweet deal. But Colgate, you think Stick to Snakes was OP nonsense? Low level spell that was the thing when you started? Oh, right, yeah. Still relevant, or relatively recent that they got rid of that one too. Yeah. A lot of low level summoning, which makes sense, because if your low level summons are too good as just meat sacks, then it's pretty incredible. But you'd often use butterflies to block dragons caught in a flame column and kill dragons that way. Oh yeah. No, the usefulness of a butterfly conjuration is second to none, really, at the end of the day. But okie dokie. I think this will be where we call it for the evening. Definitely have some stuff I need to get done today, and it's going to be an early morning tomorrow, since I'm celebrating Halloween at work. Should be fun. But regardless, always appreciate each and every one of you for hanging out, whether that be joining us alongside in chat here if you're lurking in the background on Twitch, or if you're watching this down the road through the VODs or YouTube. First of all, hello. Second of all, thank you to each and every one of you. Always feel great after these streams and have a lot of fun. And imagine how the dragon would feel. I died to a butterfly. I don't know. In mythology, butterfly, dragon, pretty much equal. I mean, will the beat of a dragon's wing change the course of history? I think so. I think I'm intentionally misunderstanding how the butterfly effect works. But, oh yes, truly the most embarrassing defeat for a treasure gathering draconian. But okie dokie, we'll do a quick check to see who is live at the moment, who we're sending a raid off to at the end of our evening here. I'm hoping someone. It's a bit of a weird timing for us, and it does look like Wizard is around, so we can just head over that direction. Keep it in the DCSS community here for now, and yeah, thanks again to everyone. Always appreciate it. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Hopefully that will have sorted itself out. And I think next Sunday we're going to try to start early and go for a decent while. You know, give Cat the time it needs to breathe and to hopefully come through with a win on Cat Wunda here. But hey, we'll see how it all goes next week. Before then, on Wednesday, we'll of course be back in with some Cult of the Lamb, seeing how things progress there. Getting pretty close to the end of the game. Getting close to the end of the game there, hopefully getting relatively close to the end of the Great Player Series here. It's a good time right now. Good time for sure. But okie dokie, we can start this raid off here, or get it starting, I should say. And then yeah, I guess that's that. I will see you on Wednesday or next Sunday. Hopefully see some victory with Cat Wunda, but you never know how the dungeon will sort itself out here. And of course, regardless of all of that, I do hope that you are having a great morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you, and I definitely hope to see you soon. I'll see ya.